Hi, I'm David Bravo with Bravo Law Firm. I wanted to tell you a little bit about who I am and how I got to this place. I was born and raised in the New Orleans area. I went to Holy Cross High School. I left to go to LSU, and then I came back and went to law school at Loyola Law School. My first job was at the New Orleans District Attorney's Office, where I was an assistant district attorney. We were really moving back then in the late 90s because we had been the murder capital of the world. And so I quickly went from a juvenile attorney into the trial division and became a senior trial attorney within a very short period of time. And it was during that period of time that I really learned how to try cases. We would wake up every single day. I had numerous cases set for trial, sometimes as many as 20 or 30 cases that were set for a jury trial. And it was just a matter of which of those 30 was going to go to trial that day. After doing that for several years, I was contacted by a mid-size insurance defense firm where they asked me to come in and see if I would start defending insurance companies. It's the opposite of what I do now. And during that 4-year period of time, I learned how insurance companies evaluate cases. I learned what it was that they were scared of. I learned what it was that they didn't like about potential plaintiffs. Things like multiple lawsuits, things like a criminal background, things that they would stigmatize people for that they weren't necessarily, should not have diminished their case at all. But insurance companies would just check a box and say, well, we're not going to pay that individual. After doing that for 4 years and kind of having a chance to peek behind the curtain to see what insurance companies do to evaluate injury cases, I started representing individuals. And that's really where I got my satisfaction. I have had cases from death cases to sometimes it's just somebody who's been injured in an accident that treats with a chiropractor for just a couple of weeks or a couple of months. But they have medical bills, and sometimes those people have lost wages because they've had to miss some work, and sometimes they have property damage. And they're entitled to have their case evaluated and worked on by an attorney just as if somebody who has a very serious case like a quadriplegia case. And that's where, through my experience, what we've learned to do over the years. I don't know when someone comes to my office whether or not they're going to heal in 2 weeks and the injury part of the case is over, or whether or not they're going to need 3 or 4 back surgeries as a result of that accident. So the key is I get to know the clients early, I meet with them personally, and I sit down at this table and I get some background information, and I work the case as if every single case is going to end up in a full-blown jury trial 3 years down the road with very serious injuries. Why that has worked for us is because the insurance companies know that we're prepared, we're ready to go, we know the facts of the case, we have sent our clients to good doctors that are reputable in this community and they've gotten good medical treatment. And most of the time when you do that, the insurance companies will see the experience, the preparedness, and they will give our clients the real justice that they deserve. Fair compensation for their wages, their loss of enjoyment of life, their pain and suffering, their mental anguish, and their medical expenses. I'm David Bravo with Bravo Law Firm, and we are rooted in justice and driven by community.